Hello everyone, Chief Meteorologist Lisa Viegas here. I want to apologize right off the bat because, one, I have the hiccups right now, so I'm going to do the best I can to get through this Facebook Live. But I'll give everyone a minute, let people start joining in, but I will do the best I can with these hiccups. I want to talk a little bit about the rain that's happening right now. Hope everyone is having a great Monday. And we started off with it being really nice out, and the rain started to roll in. We'll talk a little bit about that. Hello everybody. If you didn't catch the beginning half, I do have the hiccups, so I tried to wait for them to pass, but tried everything, holding my breath, drinking water, but hopefully they just disappear. All right, so I just wanted to start off with what we're seeing right now. Satellite and the Doppler view showing some of this moderate rain picking up in and out of our forecasted area. But overall, we're significantly clearing out. We had a weak cold front that moved through, and this is really clearing out across parts of the coast, up across parts of the North Sound as well. It's really just hanging around parts of King and Pierce County. I do think this is going to continue, by the way. Not necessarily those heavy downpours, but definitely some light on and off rain. Again, I'm sorry, I do have the hiccups. This is all moving out towards the east, right? Because of this weak cold front that pushed through. That's what's triggering some of this rain. But it is going to linger around in our forecast until tomorrow morning. But by tomorrow afternoon, it is going to be beautiful out there, really clearing out. But just watch out for some of those low visibilities that are going to continue here for the next couple of hours, and including that early morning commute tomorrow morning. Not ruling out more of that rain, kind of holding on across parts of that convergence zone, that little sweet spot. But overall, we do need the rain. We ended April below average. I'm looking forward to getting these totals back up. So as we fast forward later on this evening, in the next couple of hours, that rain's going to hold on across parts of the foothills, right, over into the Cascades as well. It is going to be rain. And then you can see some light sprinkles here and there across parts of western Washington. This is going to be really what we can expect throughout the evening. Overall, mainly cloudy skies, not ruling out some of those breaks in that cloud cover. But as we fast forward, by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, there's that rain kind of redeveloping again. But it is going to be brief. You're going to probably notice this on that early morning commute. But then as we fast forward, I love this part. Nothing but sunshine. With that, temperatures are going to continue to climb by tomorrow. Today we had highs in the 50s. Tomorrow temperatures are going to climb into the mid 60s. So it is going to be beautiful. Those temperatures, by the way, continue to rise. Again, if you are just tuning in, just giving you a quick weather update. I do want to apologize. I do have the hiccups, so that's why I'm kind of jumping up a little bit here. So we have those isolated showers that are going to continue early tomorrow morning. We clear out by Cinco de Mayo on Wednesday. Cloud cover starts to return in, but we will remain dry. And then that new wave, we're going to get more of that rain kind of arriving on Thursday. Again, very spotty, scattered at best. And then we're going to see that ramping up into Friday, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And I know my box is covering up the temperatures, by the way, but for tomorrow, temperatures are going to be in the mid 60s. Wednesday, that's when those temperatures really start to bounce up in the 70s. They're going to be absolutely beautiful. But like I said, the cloud cover does start to roll in. By Thursday, that's when those temperatures drop again into the lower 60s. But again, that's where we should be this time of year. A little up and down action taking place throughout the week. But I think it's welcome too, because a lot of this fluctuation has to do with some of that rain that's going to roll in and help us out. So I do want to start off with what we can expect for Wednesday, Cinco de Mayo, for any of you who are making any plans, maybe getting some tacos. Temperatures very, very lovely. In fact, nearing 80 degrees. At least in Issaquah, mid 70s from Renton, Des Moines, all the way into Redmond, Woodinville, 74 degrees, 72 over in Seattle. We're talking about mid-upper 60s for areas like Kingston, over in Bay Bridge Island, Vashon Island, 72 degrees, and wind speeds sustain around 5 to 10 miles per hour, not only across the central sound, but rolling over in the southern sound. Temperatures in the upper 70s for you, Auburn. We're looking at 76 over in Puyallup, 74 over in Lacey, 73 over in Gig Harbor. As we fast forward and take a look at parts of the North Sound, this is when the temperatures are going to vary. Upper 70s from Monroe, and we're looking at lower 70s from Everett, Arlington, Bellingham, 70 degrees for you. Mid 60s, Oak Harbor, 64 over by Port Townsend, and also over into Friday Harbor, lower 60s though for you, Port Angeles. Either way, that warm up is headed our way, and then those temperatures start to drop after that, right? So Thursday, 63 degrees, and then by Friday, mention this briefly, that's when I think we'll really start to see that rain kind of ramping up. Mid 50s return briefly in our forecast, but then we rebound pretty quickly, and then the temperatures start to shoot up near 70s back in the mix on Monday. So I'm loving this temperature trend. I really like our forecast this week, and I'm really welcoming the rain. Like I said, last month we ended below average. I mean, we were over 1.5 inches below average, so I'm really hoping we can catch up a little bit for this month. Unfortunately, it does look like May, June, and July looks a little below average, at least for the climate trend here, but we'll see what takes place. So Friday they start to shoot up with those rain chances, dropping off a little bit there Saturday, Sunday, which will be nice for those who want to get outdoors for this weekend. Not ruling out that spotty or isolated shower, in that forecast, but overall pretty quiet. And then as we backtrack here, I'm going to go back to the radar. I'll leave you with a look at that. Still dealing with some of that moderate rain that's picking up across parts of the area, especially in King and over into Pierce County, but this is really rolling over across parts of the foothills now. We are going to see some of that clearing. However, like we talked about earlier, we are going to see some of that redevelopment taking place with some of those scattered showers hanging around not only tonight, but into that early morning commute tomorrow. And then we clear out. Beautiful temperatures, mid-60s tomorrow afternoon. It is going to be a lovely day, and we're going to continue with those dry conditions rolling over into Wednesday for your Cinco de Mayo. Thanks for joining me here tonight. Sorry for the hiccups. I know that was probably a little annoying, but I wanted to give you a quick update on what we can expect here in the near future. I will be on Fox tonight, so you can tune in. I'll have a look at that 7-day forecast, and we'll talk a little bit more about the future cast and what we can expect with those rain chances for Thursday and Friday later on in this week, and then we'll talk a little bit more about why that's taking place, what system is headed our way. So I hope you'll join me. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and make it a great night, okay? Have a good one.